my computer. Okay. All right. So we'd like to welcome you to Fabric Chicks Live on Monday. We have a special guest, Raylene from Just Notions. But I guess, Raylene, we should just talk for a minute until people join us, till they log on. So you're just back from Oklahoma.
Yeah, we got back a little after 9 o'clock last night. So, yeah, I'm a hot mess. No makeup. Hair's not combed. Cat hair all over my shirt. But you know what? It is what it is. It was weird with you not being there. I you know what? It's like Adele did such a great job filling in, but it just always feels off to me. You know,
I know. It's like
she probably feels bad. I talk about you a lot, so she probably feels bad. Like, what? I'm not good enough.
Oh no, Adele, we love you.
Totally. I mean, she was a godsend, and then of course we were lucky because Anna flew in to help Teresa, so she ran the camera, which was nice because then Ron didn't have to leave the booth. So,
right.
Yeah. So, yeah.
Oh.
So we're home.
Hey, Sherry. Hi, Cindy. Hi, Cynthia. And Dorothy. Dorothy says it's nice to relax watching us after a busy day there. Why, we're glad you could relax. I think I'll be able to relax in another 6 hours.
Yes.
As when I can't hold my eyes open.
I keep looking that word up.
Yeah.
I keep looking that word up in the dictionary, and I don't understand.
Right. It's just not even a part of my vocabulary anymore. We're gonna have to bring it back.
I was all excited because I'm like, we're 6 weeks till the next show, and then I've got, you stop and you look at the calendar, and I go, oh wait, we only have 3 days till we have to leave to go to California, and all this other stuff that has to be done, and trying to fit in stuff that has to be done for us that has nothing to do with the business, and yeah, it's just crazy right now, and I just don't see it. You and I have talked. I just don't see it letting up.
No, because even when you're not at a show, you're trying to inventory so you can get the orders in, so you'll be ready for the next show. And like today, I mean, it's a hot mess over here. I mean, it looks like a hot mess behind me, but it's even hotter mess over here. We've been putting together chicken kits all day. It's insane. Like I feel like growing up, I know this is a bad visual for some of you. So if you have like a weak stomach, close your ears. But I can remember as a kid, we would catch chickens, and then my dad would chop their head off, and then he'd let them run around the yard. So like as entertainment for us kids, that's what I feel like. I feel like we're just running around like we
all the time.
Yeah.
I feel like I always used to tell everybody I'm so far behind. I thought I was in first place.
Exactly.
Because everybody had lapped me.
Yes.
That's how I feel right now. So far behind. Sure. I thought I was in first.
For sure. I'm so far behind. We're tied for first, okay? So, Dorothy, yes, hiking is super relaxing and meditative for me. I love doing it. I really don't do it as much as I should or I would like to, but maybe this afternoon, except for I just went outside to take Max out to go to the bathroom, and it's like 1,010 degrees out there. So I don't know if it's going to cool down before it gets dark. So Gracie was supposed to wake me up at 6 o'clock this morning, but she slept in. So that's just kind of the way it is. Okay, so Raylene, for those of you who know, Raylene owns Just Notions with her husband, and she runs Wild Wednesday Live. She's the organizer, the planner, the keep us on track, everything. But they just got back from Oklahoma yesterday, I believe, right?
Last night, late,
making the last leg. So we just got home from she just got home from Oklahoma, and she has a drawing. So if you're not familiar with it, Wild Wednesday Live has been doing a scavenger hunt, and all the vendors participating are donating prizes. So if you're at a show that we do, make sure to grab the scavenger hunt sheet, which we will have. I think we're doing it in Roseville, aren't we?
Yeah, I think we plan to do it for the rest of the year. So wherever we are for the rest of the year, because everybody seems to be having a really good time with it. It really gets comical after a while, but everybody seems to be having fun. So, and the vendors have said they want to keep doing it because really we can't do it without them. But they feel like, they're getting to meet our Wild Wednesday viewers. So that's a real plus for them. They said they're really having fun meeting the viewers. And, you know, because we always tell you guys that, you know, be sure you tell them you saw them on the show if you did, because it's a lot of work for them to come on the show. So we want them to know that you appreciate them so that they keep coming on, because again, they're only on there 15 minutes, but it's a lot of work to get ready for it, because we all have 40,012 things we're doing at once most of the time. So
yes.
Yeah. So
at least
in Oklahoma City, it was one of our smaller viewerships, because, you know, it's not really in an area that we hit a lot. So, you know, not a lot of people knew, but I think we're going to have a lot more viewers from that area based on the show. You know, just talking about the show, telling them about it in my class. And then, you know, people running around with their scavenger hunt, other people coming up going, what are you doing? What are those animals? And they would tell them, oh, you got to start watching. So next time you can do it. You know, so I think we're going to see a lot more people from that area of the country, which is really fun too. But the people that we did meet, it was so fun to meet them. And we had about 20 people do the scavenger hunt. So about the same as Boise, which is also a smaller show. But they all had a good time, and we're going to pull 2 winners out of the box.
Okay, I'm excited. Drum roll, girls. Drum roll.
Okay, you guys ready? I've been shaking these up. So, okay, I'm reaching in. The first winner. Oh, it's our first boy or man. I don't know if it's boy or man. Bradley Elliott from Newcastle, Oklahoma.
Probably
Bradley
his wife
Elliott.
do the scavenger hunt.
What's that?
Probably his wife made him do the scavenger hunt.
You know, probably like Dennis and Sherry, although I think Dennis was more into it than Sherry was at Reno. So I don't know.
For sure. To kill the time. Although he loved the quilt exhibit.
Awesome. Well, oh, wow. The next one is Cheryl Rendon from Mesquite, Texas. So she traveled to the show. So again, that's Cheryl Rendon, R-E-N-D-O-N, from Mesquite, Texas. And Bradley Elliott from Newcastle, Oklahoma. If you guys are watching, I will also be posting this on the Wild Wednesday, all of our Wild Wednesday stuff. But if you are watching or you know a winner, I probably will not get this stuff out of the van for another day or two. So it'll take me a couple of days to get to it so that I can pull it and ship it. But I've already seen it, because obviously I collected it from the vendors. These 2 winners are going to be really happy, because it's really some nice stuff. So we appreciate our vendors so much. There's several of our vendors gave me 2 things so that each winner would get one of their items. So that was really cool.
Perfect. And Raylene, why don't you just I believe most of the people watching right now are already super fans of Wild Wednesday Live. But do you want to just tell us real quick what Wild Wednesday Live is, if they're not already following us, where they can find us, and what our plan is for the upcoming future? Because I know some of them have gotten off sync and haven't watched because we've been at so many back-to-back shows. Yeah,
so Wild Wednesday Live is something that Beth and I thought of, it'll be 2 years ago in November. Actually, we thought of it back in October 2 years ago during the shutdown, when she and I were talking, and we just kind of had a concern about losing the connection with our customers who we feel like are friends and family. And at that time, we had no idea how long it would be before we could get back to shows. And, you know, of course, this is our livelihood as well. And we kind of came up with this idea of doing a Facebook Live every week to stay connected with everybody out there. So Wild Wednesday Live is on, when we're not at a show, it's on every Wednesday at 2 o'clock Pacific time. It lasts for usually about an hour to an hour and 10 minutes. We interview 3 vendors. Sometimes they do a demonstration. Sometimes they show a new product they've developed. Sometimes they, just want to share some of their products with you. Most of the vendors who come on the show do a special on whatever they're showing for like 48 hours after the show. And if you watch live, we give a minimum of 5 door prizes every week to people who are watching live. But if you can't watch live, because, some people have lives, then it's all right after the show. It's posted on our YouTube channel. And then we also have a website. All of our things, our YouTube, our Facebook, our website, are all called Wild Wednesday Live. And on the, the nice thing about the Facebook, we can do it live. And then, we can also just stay in communication with you on the Facebook page, tell you what's going on. Usually also on the show, if there's a show coming up, Beth and I will kind of go into what all's coming up. And, we also share when we are each doing different sales and things at our businesses as well. And we have been kind of a rough schedule because we've been on the road like every other week for the last 3 months. So we haven't had a lot of our regular in-studio shows, but those will start up again, not this Wednesday, but next Wednesday. And then we still have a couple of Wednesdays that we will take off from time to time. But if you go to wildwednesdaylive.com, our webmaster has the calendar as soon as you click on our page that tells you if we're taking the week off. I usually try to get the information to her ahead of time. So before a show, you'll know what vendors are going to be on. And then also on our website, you can find any of the past vendors and you can just click right through to their shop, fast and easy to find them. And then when we do come to a live show in your area, if you're a viewer too, we always have something fun going on at the show. Where right now, until the end of the year, we're doing the scavenger hunt. And then for people that can remember the 7 words, which is I get wild with you on Wednesday, and you come and tell Beth and I in our booth, we always have a nice little gift to give you as well to thank you for viewing the show. So I think that's about everything. Did I miss anything, Beth?
I think that's it. Girls, do you have any questions for Raylene? Yes, Dennis was into it. It gave him something to do while she was shopping. So if any of you bring your spouses to the shows, maybe to keep you company, maybe to carry all your stuff, all your treasures.
Exactly.
It is a great thing to have them do. But sometimes they need your help because, it's hard for men to stay focused. But I think that's it. If you guys have any questions, just type them in real quick and we'll ask Raylene because I'm sure she wants to get going. She's got to fill all of her Amazon orders that have been sitting there for the last week and unload the van, although I think that might be Ron's job. But
yeah, and he's so tired today. He hasn't even come out into the workshop today. He is because yesterday he drove like 15 hours. So because we were trying to get home. So he told me, he goes, I'm just beat today. I'm like, yeah, just don't even worry about it. Because I said we have to leave again on Thursday to go to California. So this is still a crazy week for us, but hopefully next week we can kind of go take our deep breath. Maybe actually, we've lived at the river for 4.5 years. We'd like to go see it. Maybe next week. I don't know. Probably not.
Oh yeah, I would skip next week. It's going to be so crowded, I think.
Yeah. Oh, that's true. It's the holiday. Oh yeah, next week's the holiday. It's my birthday next week too.
Oh, happy birthday! That's exciting.
I guess.
Yeah. Maybe you'll just plan a sleeping day.
Yeah. Gosh, wouldn't that be awesome?
Yeah.
No alarm, just sleep, lay there.
Yes.
Now you got me all depressed.
Yes. I know. All right. Well, I think that's it.
Well, thank you for letting me crash your live to do this. And guys, we hope we see you a week from Wednesday on our in-studio show. We've got 3 terrific guests. We've got somebody that I've wanted to have on the show for a long time. Her name is Donnell, and she has an amazing tool for doing binding. And I've been trying to get her on for a long time, and she's finally, at home herself enough to come on the show. But all month of July, we have a lot of new faces for you guys. I've been doing a lot of recruiting, and so was Beth at Reno, and at Oklahoma, I was doing a lot of recruiting. So we're hoping to really start packing it in now because, shows are always they kind of start slowing down in the fall. So, but we got to start thinking about Christmas gifts. So, we're going to start getting everybody back going into their stuff. And when it's too hot to go outside, you may as well go in an air-conditioned room and sew.
And that's so true. So true.
All right, guys. Thank you.
Dorothy says she went to the opening reception for the Sockwa quilt exhibit at the Brigham City Museum. She took her husband and the kids, and they had a scavenger hunt for the kids to do, finding their favorite colors, animals, types of fabric used, etc. in the quilts on display. I think that's perfect.
That's so cool.
Keep everybody engaged. Yeah.
Well, we have we had at Reno and at Oklahoma, we did have some kids that were with their grandparents that they were so into the scavenger hunt, but they were just as into knowing about quilting. And so that's always exciting.
Yeah. And then the only other thing that I think we might want to mention, because I think that I mean, everybody kind of knows the economy is topsy-turvy and crazy.
Right.
But remember that a lot of the vendors that come on Wild Wednesday, their only avenue of revenue is doing the shows and doing things like Wild Wednesday Live. So with all the costs increasing, we really need to take that into account and make sure we keep everybody afloat during these crazy times.
Well, yeah, because this is not the first time we've all rode one of these waves like this, and it just happens every once in a while. But we need everybody to still be here when it's over, and especially vendors that haven't been at it as long as Beth and I. It's a little harder to ride these waves sometimes, so we're going to do everything we can to keep them in front of you guys and help them along, so that when all this is over, they're still around.
Exactly.
Yep.
All right. For everything, Raylene. We'll see you not this Wednesday, but the next Wednesday.
Yeah. Talk to you soon. Bye, everybody.
Okay, thank you. All right, girls. So we're gonna go to our regularly prepared program. I see you, Katie. You are not my worst nightmare. Honestly, you keep me giggling, and if I wasn't giggling at something in this life at this point, I would be going crazy. So welcome everybody. We just had Raylene come on so she could announce the scavenger hunt for the Oklahoma City show. And Roger is MIA along with Gracie. So it is just me. So I'm not going to do any close-ups. I have 2 demos planned, but apparently it's me. So I'm going to do my best, okay? I'm going to try not to make you guys go dizzy. I'm going to explain things, not really show you up close and personal. I'm going to move the camera. I'm going to do my best, okay? That's all I can do. But first, I want to show you, we've been making chicken kits all day. Uh-oh, I think I'm frozen. So we've been making chicken kits all day. So this is the chicken. We've shown him to you before, but we're just finishing up the kits. So we'll have these on Wednesday's sale. Oh, I do not know how Amy's husband's doing. I haven't talked to her yet. I was kind of giving her a chance to regroup before I call her and check on her. She, I know that I don't know. Honestly, I don't know. So anyhow, I had Elise. So Elise is a high schooler who's been working with us since school's ended. So today, because I am kind of pulling my hair out, just trying to clean up things and tie off loose ends and try to regroup and get organized, because it's going to be kind of a really, it's going to be a really crazy summer, I think. So before it gets totally derailed, I'm trying to type some loose ends. So we had, I had Elise, because I didn't have, nothing came in today for her to cut. So I had her sew up a new sample. So look at this. I think I'm going to add one more border, but here's a Nightmare Before Christmas, super quick and easy kit. So we'll show it to you, hopefully finished on Wednesday, when we have better photography, and maybe I can throw it on the long arm and get it quilted. But I want to remind you, if you are signed up for the Minky self-binding class, that's this Thursday from 4 to 6. Remember, it's free if you got the supplies from us. Otherwise, it's $10. And we had one last week where we did an infinity scarf. The tips and tricks that that Michelle taught us were super helpful. I've been sewing with Minky forever, and I learned a ton of new stuff. So if you've had issues or you don't really like sewing with Minky, you might want to take the class just to learn the tools, like the pins that you want to use, so that they don't bend. You need a sturdier pin. You need one with a big, huge head like a butterfly, so it doesn't get lost in your Minky. Just super good tips and tricks. And you, like anything, you need to have the right tools. The next thing I want to, Lynn says the Minky tips were amazing. I know, it was like life-changing. Honestly, it's pretty life-changing. Because Minky is my favorite backing for a quilt. It's super cuddly, super cozy. I would like to put Minky on the back of all of my quilts. We have gotten some 90-inch wide Minky, so that's great for the bigger quilts. You don't have to piece it anymore. Minky's really, really come a long way since it was first invented. So if you haven't liked it, check it out again. Katie, the instruction is in with your kits and Connie's that I mailed you, except for that I think it could still be at the UPS store. So they took it today. So hopefully you get it before, my fingers are crossed, hopefully you get it before the class on Thursday. Okay, so then the other thing I want to remind you guys is that this big quilt behind us, and if you don't want to do the big quilt because that's too overwhelming, oops, I'm moving this camera, but it's actually this camera. So there's that little gray quilt there. So you can learn all the different techniques with Virginia Robertson, who is a treasure in our field. Virginia really has been around since quilt making, made the transition from being a utilitarian activity to more of an entertainment / utility, where it became more artsy, and we don't use old clothes. We're not repurposing all of our fabrics, although we might need to soon. Who knows? Life is crazy. But so we do still have space. Virginia's going to be joining us on Monday mornings, the third Monday at 9 a.m. 9 a.m. And she's going to do technique of the month. So each month you're going to learn different techniques. So it could be paper piecing, it could be applique, it could be Dresden plates. And she's going to give us lots of ideas of other projects that we can do with those same techniques. So it's going to be fun. You're not going to want to miss it. We do have a starter kit available for it, and we do have the pattern. You can purchase it any way you want. The pattern's $33, the starter kit's $99, and the class with Virginia is $20 a month. So let me get that out of the way. And then, okay, I know Sherry is watching. And so Sherry, I have told you numerous times that I will demo the zipper. But Roger is not here to film, so I can't get up and film myself. I wish I could. One of these days, Christy's going to set up a second camera. But so what you're going to do for this pouch, and this is the pouch that we did for the exchange. Christy or Sherry, did you not do the exchange? Yes, 9 a.m. our time, Mary Beatty. You're going to have to get up early. Did you not do the exchange, Sherry? So what I've done here is I've taken 2.5-inch squares. So if you have a little mini charm pack, 2.5 by 2.5-inch squares, you can sew those together, piece them together just like a little miniature quilt. And then add a backing. You're going to just do a quick quilting stitch. You can do a zigzag stitch. You can do a decorative stitch. You can do anything you want. So see how we just quilted it really quick. And then we zigzagged. Joanne actually made this sample for me. We zigzagged around the edges to give it more of a finished edge. So I don't know if you can see that. We've zigzagged around the edges so that when we close it up in the purse, it has a more finished edge. Okay, so you're going to want, okay, Sherry, I have directions. If you remind me, Sherry, I'll send them to you. So these were the directions that we gave to everybody who did the bag exchange. And what you need is 5 squares across and 8 squares down. So once you quilt it, so I've got batting inside and quilted it. You don't have to piece it though. You could just use a piece of fabric. If you were experimenting with the curved piecing that we demoed not that long ago, we had curved piecing. You just need to make a piece of fabric the size that you want to make your purse or your pouch. So, okay, Linda ABC, I'm going to email everybody today or maybe tomorrow. If you don't get an email from me tomorrow with the directions for the blanket for Thursday, then let me know so that we can make sure that you're registered for the class. So I'll send the Zoom link and the instructions tomorrow, okay? Or today. But if you don't get it today or tomorrow, let me know. Okay, so you're going to take your zipper like this. So you have a zipper, whatever length you want. You know, if you watched Phyllis, you can cut it to the size you need it to be. So you're going to take your, here, I'm going to point the camera down so I can show you, girls. Okay. So you're going to take your quilted pouch like this, and you're going to lay your zipper. And those of you who made it, if I'm doing it wrong, let me know. So I'm going to take my zipper right here, and I'm going to line it up with the edge of my quilt, and I'm going to pin it. So let me get some pins so that you know the steps. So I'm going to pin it right here, and so it lines up. And if you have a zipper foot is handy. If you can't find it or you don't want to waste the time, you can use whatever foot's on your machine. I just used my regular foot. So I would pin it again right here. And then I'm going to stitch it as close to here as possible. Okay. Stitch as close as possible. And then you're going to flip it over. And I could be saying this wrong because it's been a couple weeks since I made it. And then you're going to flip it over like this. It's going to be like this. And you're going to top stitch right along here. Okay. So it's going to be sewn the first direction. Then you're going to top stitch it right along this edge to give it a finished edge. And then, okay, let me think about this. So this is like this. Then you're going to pull this. Oh, I wish Peggy was here because Peggy actually sewed mine for me. Then you're going to, now I'm all confused, girls. Okay, wait, let me see if I can find your comments. Because somebody, I'm sure, is telling me that I'm not doing it right. Okay, so then let me look at the directions real quick. Oh, the zipper part. Okay, you can leave your, the zipper part, the zipper page is missing. Okay, so this is a really crappy demo, but you're going to take the first one and you're going to lay it down here and you're going to stitch it. And then you're going to, I'm going to have to, Sherry, I'm going to have to put this on for the next week because I'm going to have to make another one just so that I can make sure that I'm telling you the right way. Put pins in like you sewed it and then bring it up the other side. Lynn, you can't just laugh at me. I totally did it the other day, like 2 weeks ago when Joanne was here. I sewed up hers, but now I am totally having a blonde moment. Okay, let me see. I've got Rondi's here, so let me see if I can figure it out. Okay, so I'm turning it inside out like this. I don't know. I'm going to take a rain check. I think that the way I showed you first is correct, but then coming to the other side, I don't know. I'm just giving up. You have to unzip it before you sew the second side in. Okay. When I have help here to video me, I'll actually do it because I think then it would make sense. I wouldn't be confused. It's a blonde moment. Sometimes that happens. Okay. All right. So here. Thank you, Mary Reed. Okay, so here I'm gonna show you something that I'm comfortable with. Zippers are not my thing. The first zipper I ever sewed was in that pouch. Okay, so here is the improv for the panel. So what I did is I took a panel like this, and some of you took this class in Reno, but here's the panel. A bunch of you already have bought this panel. We've thread painted with it. We've done a lot of different things with it. But what I realized is in my class in Reno that most people don't know how to use Steam-A-Seam. So number one, this is going to be your little demo on Steam-A-Seam. So Steam-A-Seam has two sides. It's got paper on two sides. The side that doesn't have the yellow grid is the side that comes off the easiest, okay? So if you were tracing a pattern, you would trace your pattern on the yellow grid. But because we're just cutting out for, I've cut out a butterfly, and I'm going to lay it down here on my little piece. And you know I'm cheap or frugal, whatever you want to call it. So I'm going to cut this out. And of course, I've got really good scissors. So I'm going to cut this out. I don't want the steam-a seam to get on my iron. So I'm going to cut it out as close as possible. Okay. So this works with most fusibles are this kind of the same technique. They should have directions for you though. But I'm not tracing out a pattern. I'm just putting it on the back of a panel. So I've got it cut like this. I'm going to take it over to my iron. Okay. So I think you can see that really clear spot there. See, I cleared you a spot there. Okay. I need to change my ironing board cover. So they're sticky. I don't know where because I didn't cut it perfectly. So I'm going to sandwich it in my freezer paper only because I think that my applique pressing sheet might still be packed with all my teaching supplies. Okay. So when you do this, the second time around, I would cut it out. Hopefully these scissors are better because those other scissors were really crappy. So now I'm going to cut it out really perfectly, but say that the space that I want to put it is smaller than my butterfly. You can always make your applique smaller. Okay. So I'm going to just make that a little bit more rounded and cut that out. I know I'm going to have to like yell at everybody at dinner for not showing up to help video. They know that it is Monday. They know what we do on Mondays. And I reminded Gracie too. Okay. So I'm going to cut this out. And it was kind of shocking to me when I was teaching my class in Reno, how many people were not familiar with steam-a seam. I just think it's second nature that everybody knows what to do with it. Okay, so there is my little butterfly. I kind of like those little lacy edges better. So I'm going to just kind of come up here and make some little cutouts. Okay, so I've got a little bit more of lacy edge. And then to get my steam-a seam off, I'm going to take it and I'm going to score it. Because if you try to peel it from the edges, it might pull up your steam-a seam. So see how you just pull off your paper and then the sticky is there. So see how it's stuck here? So the reason I love steam-a seam too is that say I have this. Okay, sorry. Here okay, so I will, Sherry. I'll do another demo when I have somebody to video it. Oh, Christy says that we'll video it on Wednesday. So maybe like Wednesday morning before the sale. What fabric is under the blue spool? Oh, it's not fabric, Mary Vitti. It's a diamond art. Oh, here, see that? It's a cactus diamond art. I know you want one. Okay, so then I'm going to take whatever my background is going to be, and I'm going to lay my butterfly that's appliqued on it. Let me see if I'm getting that in the photo. So I'm going to lay this onto my background fabric. And the reason I like steam-a seam is because it has a double action sticky. So if I pull it up, it's going to stick. But if I say, oh my God, that's so hideous, I've got to move it, then I can just peel it. The steam-a seam stays on the back. I can peel it and I can put it up here. So look I can put it up here and save it for when I want to incorporate it. So as long as you don't iron it, it has a temporary stick and you can move it around. And I'll tell you, I taught a class once and a lady we were doing a Laura Heine collage. and one of the ladies in the class had laid everything down on her seahorse. She was almost done, and she was using Wonder Under, which doesn't have that temporary stick. And her phone rang, and she reached across the table to get her phone, and her sleeve drug across her project, and the whole thing moved. So if she had had the Steam-A-Seam 2 light, it would have been a temporary hold, and she would have literally avoided that disaster. So that is how you use Steam-A-Seam. That is my tip for the day. If you have questions, let me know. And Linda Meyer, I didn't find much at the dollar store. I found next to nothing. It's kind of like a third world place in there at this point. The shelves are super empty. It was horrible, but I did spend $87. Don't ask me on what, but I did Linda Meyer. I found this, so I'm going to throw this in your basket for you. And for those of you who didn't join us for the Zoom yesterday, oh, Max, it's okay. It's just me. If you didn't join us for the Zoom yesterday, this was the Christmas tree I made. A little bit gaudy, but I did find this little jar at the dollar store. So I think it is kind of cute for I'm going to put something so it sticks up more like this. But for now, that's what I've got. I did get this margarita glass because I thought you could stick this up into the tree and this would give it a good base. And this one is super hefty, so I think it could hold the tree. So that's that. Am I missing anything? Okay, I'm going to pop over here, read some comments. Okay, let me see. Where did I go? Yes, Sherry, it will stick to your fabric, but it's movable until you iron it. Once you iron it, it's stuck. I know. Look at that fancy tree, Lynn. Everybody's trees were so different. It was fun to watch. Okay, let's see. She use a goblet upside down? So no, it's not the goblet. It's just a cup from the Dollar Tree. Honestly, they only had one of them. I wish they had more because I think it's pretty slick. But only one. Carolyn, welcome. We're glad you're not driving while you're watching us. Linda ABC says she found several things that could be used at a thrift store. Even salt and pepper shakers. No, I think a thrift store is definitely a better bet than the dollar store. At least our dollar store had nothing. It didn't have craft supplies. It didn't have anything. It didn't have anything of importance except for that I was super baffled. I know you guys will love this because it's totally a blonde moment. And for $1.27, I had to buy it just so that I could ask you girls, because I know you're a wealth of knowledge. So these are soap pads comparable to SOS pads. Why are they considered tampons? Like, I'm so confused. I had to buy it just so you girls could clear the air. So soap pads comparable to SOS pads, but they're called tampons. I don't even know. So if you girls have the answer to that, let me know. I was so confused. Okay. I have I have nobody here to help me, but I do have some giveaways. So let me see how I can do this. Gosh, I really do need, it's a French cleaner. Well, but to me, a tampon is a tampon. Like, I'm just saying, we need real words here. Like that, look at, this is what it is. That is not a tampon. So if you were a blonde, you might grab the wrong box. This is not, yes, look at that, Connie. It's like a wiry, woolly thing to scrub your dishes. It is not a tampon. Yes, well, I mean, maybe it would scrub things out, clean you out, whatever. I just think we should use the right words for the right products. Okay, so I don't know if you girls are interested in stencils. I was cleaning up 10 hours on Saturday. I cleaned up upstairs. So if you are interested in stencils, mostly for like hand quilting, I have tons of them. here. So just put in that you're interested, and I'll throw them. I'll divide them between you and throw them in your baskets. I know I used a lot of these back in my hand quilting days. I even like have little bookmarks, all kinds of stuff. So if you want the stencils, just type in stencils, and we'll put them in your baskets. So I have a ruching edge. The ruching edge 3D flowers in 3 sizes. Okay, let me go. Oh wait, that feather one. No on stencils. Oh wait, the feather one. Oh my gosh, you girls are crazy. Okay, here I'm scrolling. Okay, I've got a ruching edge to make dimensional flowers. I got Ann Lindenmeyer. Oh, Ann, you're getting 2 goodies today. Okay. Did you open the box and check out the? Oh yeah, I got that. The French would be confused if you asked them for a tampon. I know, Linda ABC. Everybody's confused. I don't know. I only had to grab it because I thought this is ridiculous. Only at the dollar store can you get tampons for scrubbing dishes. It doesn't really pat either. Yes, I know. Okay. Gross day. Oh wait. Okay, I'm trying to keep up with you. Okay, Katie Bandhauer wants the heart one. Katie Bandhauer. Katie B. And then the feather one. This feather one, Lynn, the blue one or the white one? Let me know. Let me know which one you want. And then here's the cutest little sewing is my happiness. It's a little pad for you to put in your purse. Super cute with a little magnet. Okay, let me scroll, see who the lucky one is. Okay, I've got Sherry Saul. Sherry. Okay. Oh, it says I got a new comment. I'm too high. Oh, the blue one. The blue one. Okay, where did I go? This blue one for Lynn Jenkins. I know. Look at I paid $257 on clearance probably 30 years ago. Okay, if you want stencils, put your name in. Just put in stencils. Okay, I'm trying to go lower. I want the Bordeaux that was in the box. What Bordeaux? Like a Bordeaux bar? Like a candy bar? Now I'm looking. There's no Bordeaux in the box. Okay, so we've got some mix and match templates for quilters. Designing beautiful stitching patterns is easy. So you can use these for appliques. I don't know what else you could use them for. Oh, that's kind of neat. Mix and match. Well, okay. Anyways, so let me scroll, see who's a winner. Hey, Jane, better late than never. Okay, I've got Carolyn Gavranich. I know it pays to tune in even when you're on the road. Okay, and then I've got hearts here. I've got Linda ABC. Okay, and then I've got, okay, you just have to, if you want this, type it in because it might be a little bit old, but I think it's still got some good patterns. Look at that apple heart. It always amazes me when I go back and I look at stuff from my stash from the olden days, because if you use modern fabric, you can really update the look. But how many of you have quilts like this? Here's my heart. Oh my gosh, I had so much fabric like that back in the day. But if you updated it, the patterns are still great. So if you want this heart book, just type in heart book. Okay. Oh, yeah, I gotcha. The Bordeaux of the box. Hey, you would think we wouldn't need to use a cardboard box, but the Bordeaux. The retreat, Lynn, the retreat, okay? Okay, here I've got Linda ABC. Okay, you girls, you have to be quick typers because Linda ABC is super quick in typing. All right, let's see what else I have. Oh, I've got more stencils. So I still have 3 stencils, 4 stencils, 5 stencils here that haven't been claimed. So if you want the stencils, type that in. Here is, I'm not really sure if those are leaves or crowns or something. Okay, so here's more templates. Okay, I've got Connie Kaufman, Connie Coffman, and then let's see. Oh my gosh, how did it get to be so late already? Okay, if you're into bowling, I've got a bowling that goes onto your shirt or a tote bag. So if you're into bowling, just type in bowling and you can have it. And then I've got some ribbon here. Okay. So I've got some ribbon here, and I've got oh my gosh, you know what? The same people are typing in comments. It keeps coming up to Connie. What did you get? Oh, Connie, look at you. Got to pay attention. We're fast around here. You got this. These templates. I'm not sure what they make. Okay, and then let me scroll up. I've Oh my gosh, how did it freeze on me? Okay. Oh, it really did freeze. Okay, let me see if I get more comments on the other one. So I've got some ribbon. If these take me back to the original comments. Okay, I've got Mary Beatty. Okay, I got to scroll from the other computer, girls. So here I've got some ornaments that your grandkids or somebody can paint. If you want that, just put that you want the painting ornaments, and we'll get those to you. I've got 3 cute little dolls. If you want the little dolls, just type in that you want them, and we'll get those to you. And then we have a fun little iron-on applique. Let me scroll for that. Okay, I'm going up to the very top. So let's see. Cindy Gygax. Cindy Gygax. Okay, so remember, if you ever get anything that you don't want, just tell me and we'll put it back in the drawing for the next person. And then if you remember that they always go in your baskets and we ship them with your goodies. So, because you know I'm cheap, I don't just ship to ship. Okay. All right. Okay. Okay. Little dolls, Jenny Duarte, and ornaments. Oh gosh, what did I do with them? Okay, was there anybody for the bowling? The ornaments, Linda ABC. Oh, Connie says no to the stencil. Okay. You won't ever hurt our feelings by putting something back because you just never know where we got this stuff. Okay, so if you, I've got Jenny for bowling. Jenny. I know, sometimes the comments come while I'm sidetracked. Duarte. And then, okay, I'm going to give this to take off Linda ABC and give to Carolyn. Carolyn, when you're done, mail it to Linda ABC. Carolyn Gavernich. Okay, so girls, I know that some of you, yes, Jenny. So girls, and we're gonna have a bunch of random stuff on this week because I've been cleaning upstairs. Literally Saturday I came in and I cleaned for 10 hours upstairs. So a lot of stuff that we never even unpacked from when we moved to this building 3 years ago. So we are gonna have a sale this Wednesday. And then the next Wednesday, I'm not sure what the date is. I think that's when Linda ABC is coming to co-host. I'm so excited. And what else? Can you girls think of anything else we need to announce? We do have a sale this Wednesday. Minky self-binding class Thursday, 4 to 6. I think that, okay, so this is what I'm thinking. The next Sunday Zoom that we do, because I know it was kind of crazy and we weren't able to socialize, but we do have new people, and so that makes it awkward for them because they don't know everybody and the connections, and then they feel left out. So what I'm thinking we should do is Carolyn, I haven't even looked, so I'll look right now when I get off. Oh my gosh, my head's spinning. So I think what we're gonna do the next time we have a Zoom, we're gonna open it up 30 minutes before, so at 12:30, and then that way you guys can come on early and you can get all your socializing out, and then we can get on to whatever the project is. So I think that will kind of help with being able to socialize, but still being able to do a class so that we can learn things. Okay, so yes, Wednesday sale starts at 4:00. All right, that's all I have for you girls. Sherry, we will demo the zipper. Christy's a professional. She'll demo it. Actually, I'll film it Wednesday morning. So plan Wednesday, maybe like we could probably pull it together. How about we make an appointment for noon? So noon on Wednesday, we'll do the zipper, and then 4 we'll do the sale. All right, girls, we'll see you soon. Have a great night. Get some sewing done. All right, bye. Wait, I have to come over here to turn off this one. All right, see you guys later. Love ya.